So what was it like going to Salvatore's?
What?
What was it like going to Salvatore's?
Couldn't hear you. Are you filming?
Yep.
Yeah, I went to Salvatore's. We got a meat. It's called a meathead.
A meathead pizza?
Mm-hmm. And then you got garlic knots.
Thanks.
You're welcome, buddy. It's got sausage, meatballs, pepperoni, bacon. I think that's all of it. Maybe ham. All right. You
All right.
good?
Yeah.
All right.
The garlic knot is pretty good. Today was the day of my third strategy lab for my national security class. This time involving the 6-Day War between the Arab states of, I believe, Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. And I think possibly Lebanon too, though I'm not sure on that one. I had a small bowl of primarily the pasta bake that I got from Harrison the other day. And I accidentally missed the first 10 minutes because I fell asleep on this bed briefly, thank goodness. Despite the absence of an alarm. After I spent the early morning hours finishing the Superman styrofoam, as well as I think doing some work on the 99 Dan Hamming, and trying to look for an old video prop that I used to create the illusion of a night scene. But oddly enough, I didn't find it on either the other laptop that I carry in my computer case, but don't primarily use. nor on that laptop that has a bit of the wiring exposed. And I think I caused that from carrying that laptop while it was open and walking for trips from Eagle Hall to the Drake Memorial Library back in the day. Both of those older laptops have at least some history in regards to the Dan Hamming series, but it didn't have that prop, which I had to isolate by including a template that used it during one of the videos one of the Vion videos that I typically use for creating custom props. It was called Image Edit 40, but again, wasn't able to find the prop. So I'm currently in the process of trying to recreate the prop through Lunapic, and by using the alpha transparency edit on basically a black rectangle, and using Vion Studio to verify that it's at the right level of transparency by trying to detect the difference between the first scene with this new prop and the scene right before it. I gotta get it to where there's either no difference or as little difference as possible. I had the larger portion of the quote-unquote leftovers. That was primarily spaghetti with vegan meatballs and a piece of chicken parm. At around...
Here you go, buddy.
Thanks for the peaches.
Mm-hmm. Here's your fork.
Thank you.
Would you be mad if I ate your bacon?
No. I think it was, in my mind, saying 3:30 p.m. Though it had to be shortly before that time, since 3:30 p.m. was the time that a Senate meeting over Zoom involved PowerPoint presentations by, I think, the different departments on campus that are at least partially funded through a fee that's part of your tuition, which is, I think at least one of them are technically optional. I think it's a gift for Brockport. These departments came to us, some of them asking for a fee increase. Although these presentations implied a vote on these fee increases, and such a vote ultimately didn't take place. And it was during this meeting, which lasted until about 6:30 p.m. And I worked on my week 4 assignment, and also and at least the hour preceding that this lengthy Senate meeting, although this is what I ultimately wrote for the week 4 assignment. Excuse me. Those were some good peaches, though. It pretty much took the whole day for me to build and upgrade these 2 new granite mines to the top level. I'm currently in the process of researching the very last Dwarven technology upgrade. I expect that I'll have the necessary granite and copper to activate this upgrade by the time I get all of the necessary research points. The thing is, for the time being, the city expansions are going to be primarily through research expansions. That last city expansion got me quite a bit out of the way ahead of the curve. I actually had to negotiate my way through a province with the difficulty rating of hard. For breakfast, I recall having some coffee at least. What I actually ate, though? Oh, I remember now. It was a blueberry muffin that I think Dad got from Wegmans. It was pretty delicious, and I had this breakfast at about 6:15-ish in the morning, I would say. I first woke up today at about 1-ish in the morning. So that might explain why I had that brief nap at around, I would say, 11:40 in the morning, waking up at roughly 12:30 p.m., hence explaining the missing of the first 10 minutes of that strategy lab. And I ultimately started class, the online class, in a breakaway group. Group 5, discussing the 6-Day War, giving 2 to 3 key reasons why Israel pulled such a decisive victory, and what we would do differently in hindsight from the perspective of the Arab military commanders. I made sure to watch the documentary YouTube clips prior to that strategy lab. The most obvious mistake was allowing the Air Force to be threatened. That is, being caught off guard. The term most likely made up by me after the Battle of Trenton, though there are many other battles that were basically won by catching the side that lost off guard. Such as the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, in which Germanic tribes caught the Romans off guard, resulting in, if I recall correctly, the deaths of 30,000 Roman legionnaires. And at the time when I first described that battle, during an earlier national security class, I, at the time, did not know the name of that battle, only what took place in it.